Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hiya.
Good morning to you all. Wonderful day here in New Zealand. It's just brilliant. Lovely spring morning.
Morning,
Morning,
Alice.
John.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning all.
We're having a bit of rain here in England.
Yes, John, all of us in the UK and North America love to hear you come and say spring's bursting into life and the days are getting longer and warmer.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
And they've just moved to daylight savings, so 1 hour ahead.
End of the month for us, end of October.
Okay, you wonder what it was for you guys up that way. But yeah, no, it's really, really nice. It's wonderful to be alive here at the moment.
Yeah, in the UK it's the last Sunday of October, whenever that is. 25th, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, then we have to change back here in New Zealand for the time we get up in the morning to join you wonderful folk.
Yeah, but you're in Monday, you're at work day.
Well, that depends on your age. No. Currently, at the moment, I'm still on leave, and so I don't go back to work until the 1st of November. So, yeah, we just sit back here and enjoy life for the next month.
That's how I'm enjoying this week. We've had 2 things go wrong, and both of them cost over £1,000.
Ouch.
So assume it's runway 26. Looks like NavMap favors 26.
Yes, he does.
Mine said all runways, so I went up on 8, but I'm up now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, crosswind.
I'll go back down to 26.
I don't mind up waiting for 08, so I'll wait.
What time are we looking to set for flying? I'm set to midday-ish at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I'm at midday. That was nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but I've gone for about 2:30, but I don't think it makes much difference, does it?
Bit of turbulence. I found my turbulence setting and I got it set on low, so I put it back to medium and I'm squirreling around a bit.
Oh, well, live weather looks nice, so at least that's something. When we take off, 26, we've got to do a U-turn and then head back past the airfield and then turn right down the valley.
Start taxiing down the other end now.
I'm going to get in the air and go overhead and orbit to watch people taking off.
And are we looking for about 130 knots speed? Is that what you said?
Yes, we've got to tonight. I think we're about something like 160 miles altogether. Yeah, 162 nautical miles. That's approximate as the flight plan line goes. That's about it, because it's just following the valleys tonight with the occasional up and over from one valley to the next.
I've turned off my Aki seasons and it's looking better. The trees are always brown and black in the Aki seasons for some reason. Well, a lot of them were. So I've tried turning it off. It's all nice and green again now.
Yeah, back your season's on. Mine's nice and green. I haven't got any black or significantly brown ones.
maybe I've got some odd setting. There's quite a few options, aren't there? Maybe I've turned something
Yeah,
on,
maybe, yeah.
that makes a mess of it. Also, if I get 2024, they've got seasons anyway, haven't they? So I'm thinking, it's not the time. It's interesting, that latest video with more options, more info, it's DirectX 12 only for 2024. So it'd be interesting to see how the 414 and the other planes work that didn't seem to work in DirectX 12 and VR were
The other interesting thing I took away from that was if you got the Premium Deluxe for 2020, you only need to buy Standard for 2024, and you'll still get Premium Deluxe because everything carries over.
Oh right, I didn't realise that. I've got a prepaid Premium Deluxe.
Yeah, it saves you. Well, you can cancel because that's what I did. I cancelled and just bought the Standard. It's half the price.
Oh, okay. I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, me too. I think I've looked at that. Okay, I didn't realise you could cancel.
I don't think they take you.
So, is everything in the new Premium Deluxe the same as the old
No.
one then?
No, because the airport's not upgraded.
I got the impression it is, so you wouldn't be losing anything.
What they have said though is that if there's I want the Super Puma, which is in the Premium Deluxe edition, but I'm not really fussed about anything else that's in the Premium Deluxe. They have said that you can buy individual aircraft from the other packages. So depending on how much they're selling the individual aircraft for, it might be worth my while just to buy the Puma and forego the whole package.
Yeah, I got the impression it was like $3 or $4 for each one. So
Yeah,
even if you did
so-
end up short.
And I believe that if you do go down that route, if you then decide at a later date that I want the Premium Deluxe version, that they deduct whatever you've previously bought from that package from the total that you pay. So I don't think you lose out.
I've just got lost and I've flown into a dead end valley. It's not
No, you've got to do a U-turn, and then it's the valley at the end of the runway.
yeah, but I was kind of circling around and realised I've turned into the wrong valley.
So we've got somebody asking on the live stream, how often are these group flights arranged? If you go to the VirtualFlight.Online website and join the Discord server, there's an events calendar, and they're every week basically. And anybody in the community can actually start an event. So they are entirely community led.
Yes, I think it's time to say good evening, everyone. This is the Virtual Flight group flight on this Sunday evening. Well, it is the evening if you're in the UK. We're in Switzerland tonight, and we're just valley hopping from one place to another. Oh, and I should add that no bad language, no subjects likely to cause offence to anyone, so no sport, no religion, and definitely no politics.
You mean I can't run Star right now?
Yes, I'm afraid, Dave, you'll have to forego that.
Not even Trump.
No,
I would love to make an exception in that case, but no, I'm afraid not.
how are we doing for time?
Yes, we've almost down to 2 minutes to go, so if anybody wants to get in the air who is in the air, then maybe it's a good time.
always forget just how picturesque it is around here, especially taking off from Saanen.
Yeah, it's really quite beautiful, isn't it?
As soon as you make that turn out into the valley, it's amazing.
While we're still quiet, tomorrow night we're going from Donegal, so that's the top west coast of Ireland, down to Duxford. And if you're in a PC, then of course you can download from Flight.to their rather superb depiction of the museum. Then on Thursday, Joe's got a Warbird Wednesday, but that is a 2 a.m. start because he's running that at 8 o'clock his time in America. And then next Sunday, he's running a helicopter group flight. So if you've not flown helicopters, now's your chance to get some practice in before next Sunday. Then on the Monday, we're in Japan, and I cannot pronounce the name of the place. So that is Okinawa Island in Japan. It's the top island in Japan. We'll be flying around.
Super, thanks, Philip.
Right, we've literally got seconds to go to 8 o'clock. So if you're not in the air, like myself, it's definitely time to hit the runway.
TOS system test OK.
Can I just
Terrain
say
ahead.
this is on the runway? Please take off.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Ooh, that's a bit of a climb.
Yeah, so just replying to people asking questions in the live stream comments. We're flying on the Southeast Asia server, so if you were to go into Saanen, I'm just going to look up the ICAO code. So Lima Sierra Golf Kilo, you will find us all, and you're welcome to follow along. More the merrier. Okay, I'm going to set off down the route. While flying, I'm trying to install the Simbrief downloader to get the route into the GTN-XI.
What a nice view.
LSGK to LS City.
Hide on there.
Yeah, a lot of them up here.
What amazes me is that people actually live up here.
Oh, I live somewhere.
Oh yeah, I mean particularly in the summer, farmers will bring all their cattle up here.
Yes, but can you imagine if you've done the grocery run and then you get back home and you discover that you forgot something?
Tesco's going to deliver it.
Yes, sir. That'll be next Thursday in 2025.
500.
Could always call for an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to cheat.
What are you flying tonight, Dave?
I'm in the Grand Caravan.
Oh, that thing can climb.
Not the amount I needed to.
I was struggling in the Kodiak a bit.
Which runway are we going for?
I went for 2.7-ish.
2.5.
Yeah, like I say, all runways are good. So if you do 0.7, you're heading in the right direction.
Okay.
I've gone
0.7.
0.7. Got the directions mixed up.
0.7 it is.
I managed not to stall, Greg.
This road running down this valley, part of it is pretty good. Some of it is rubbish. You know, what do you call the land textures?
Right, while that's happening, I'm going to try and reprogram this route.
Are you on your new PC, John?
Yeah. So everything's not configured. So I've just discovered, for example, I can't use the Simbrief downloader because it doesn't know where to put the files for anything. So I'm now having to go and set up another computer running so I can do searches on it to find paths for things to configure things for, and so on. You all know the story.
Yeah.
It's a couple of days of hell, isn't it, when you get anything new?
Yeah, certainly when it's
Especially
less
when
with
it
the
comes
C
to
drive.
computers, absolutely.
You forget
Well,
how
but
much you've actually got configured that all has to interoperate nicely.
And all the little tiny extra programs and add-ons and things that
Yep.
I've forgotten about. So I put as much as I can on the D drive, so it just carried over, but it didn't even that didn't work very well because you had the wrong format and stuff.
Yeah, when the new sim comes out, I'm basically going to start from scratch. I'm going to delete Flight Sim and all of the add-ons and everything, and just start with a clean sheet of paper.
Just got a spare drive. Anything related to news, sim, will be all on that one drive.
The river's iced over as I expected.
I think the Swiss seem to rather like them.
We really enjoyed it. Oh, there is a reflection there. It must be
Well, that's how the Swiss roll.
Hey.
Is that allowed?
Oh, I think so.
Just couldn't resist it.
Although if you liked it, it could have been a jam roll.
Yeah, true.
This canal, river, call it what you like, got some low bridges. I'm going to try and fly under one.
This is going to be the
Yeah, those
fastest.
bridges over the icy river.
Coming in for the fastest touch and go ever seen in a 182.
500.
Ooh, I gotta stay low now. Pylons go across the river. Ooh. Under the wires. It should be Switzerland. It should be Pylon land. Whoop. Jesus.
Next airfield is straight in runway 10.
Roger.
All these tracks crisscrossing up the mountainside.
The density of the population through this valley is phenomenal. It's just an amazing place to be, I would think.
Especially if you like skiing.
Yeah, if you liked hiking as well, like during this, spring, summer, just so much to see here.
I'd always be worried about bumping into Julie Andrews.
Ah, she lost her voice, didn't she? So you're safe from the Sound of Music.
Well, there's an airfield up ahead, I guess that's not it.
It's bigger actually than
And I think it's supposed to be closed too.
Yes, that airfield is closed. It's a former military airfield. It's very shortly after it, though. You're talking about 4 or 5 miles.
Hooray, I have a flight plan now.
The joys of a new computer. I swapped my sim from my C drive to a new. I put in a new stick, a new 2 terabyte stick, to allow for this and the new sim. And could I switch the sim across? It downloaded it virtually to the last minute, and then it decided no, you can't do that, and it wouldn't let me do it. So I had to delete the flight sim altogether and then re-download it.
Yeah, so when I changed PCs, I thought I had everything, but then it just ended up downloading everything again. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm considering putting the 2024 onto an external drive and then run everything off that to 2024 and leave 2020 on the computer itself.
The problem is you then discover that how many things you've bought from the marketplace in the 21 months that I've had the sim.
Don't they switch across?
Yeah, they should do. So.
Yeah, but will you have to download them, or will they just be available?
No, because they're not kept in the cloud. Well, actually the planes are from the marketplace.
I was going to say it should be, because it knows what you've purchased, doesn't it?
Yes, but it doesn't actually put them in the sim when you download them. It just leaves them there for you to re-put in the sim. So
I had a choice. I think I had a choice.
Careful, Ray, Ron, because there's a building right in front of the runway.
Just to hide the trees.
So I've spent this afternoon downloading stuff and I still haven't finished.
Yeah, I wonder what your load times would be if you put it on an external drive. I think it's going to be... I mean, even though it's only a core 50 gigs, it would still slow it down.
They're quite fast, actually. Still get 100 more megabytes a second. Well, there is a huge flat building in front of me.
Someone's fishtailing around on the runway.
Finally to get into grips with this Kodiak and doing some nice smooth touch and goes. Not stalled for a change. Are you circling round, David, or going the wrong way?
No, I'm circling. I got too far ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit ahead. I don't know whether to try the same if I've got room.
$500.
Slow down. It's like a zigzag road at that night. I reckon in case of earthquakes, Switzerland couldn't be split apart because it's held together with too many electrical cables. Well, that's my logic.
Is it just me, or is David very quiet to me? I don't know.
Yeah, he is very quiet.
Is that better?
Oh, that's much better. Yep.
Yeah, it's great that for kids.
Is the microphone was turned down? I'll do another orbit. You should all be with me.
Oh, it's a big valley here. I can do an orbit around it. Without the risk of running into a mountain.
We're landing on the wrong runway.
I'll catch up with you all eventually.
Since the weather's with us, when we get to the next Munster airport, 04 is the runway, so it's straight in again.
Thank you, Peter.
So if you got a new PC, what did you get?
Is that to me?
Yep.
It's a it's an i9. It's the fastest i9 you can get. It's got a 4090 RTX in it with the most RAM in it you can get. It's got 64 gig of the fastest RAM in it you can get. It's got the fastest motherboard you can get. So basically, I've future-proofed myself for the next 2 or 3 years. Well, that's the idea.
He's got a computer nearly as good as mine.
No, it's an off-the-peg computer, but it was the top of the tree of the particular retailer made.
It's a very high-end peg.
But then I've been saving up for it for 6 months nearly now.
I was going to say, Dave, you've got to remember that, unlike you, Jonathan doesn't have a nuclear power station in the basement.
No, I haven't. It's funny though, the day I was installing it, my other half walked into the room and she said, "It's very warm in here."
I found that with 4070, it really warms this small room up.
The same here.
You don't need any heating on in the room that the computer's in, do you?
Yeah, no, I find the same with mine. I've just got a 7800 X3D, but it keeps the room warm.
Yep. Have you seen the requirements on the 5 series NVIDIA chips? The power requirements are ridiculous.
No, I haven't seen anything about that.
Just
Yeah,
the GPU on its own is, I think they're saying 600.
So what are we now, up to 2000 watt power supplies?
Who knows what you'll need. It depends on the motherboard and CPU as well, doesn't it? But I know when Bitcoin was in its, was the thing that all the idiots were going after. Some of those mining rigs were ridiculous, weren't they?
Oh yeah. And to keep them cooled.
I sent a letter to my local MP yesterday.
What's that for? No politics, remember?
Moaning about BT not upgrading my...
So you move to a house in the middle of nowhere and then complain that you haven't got modern infrastructure.
It's on the coast. It's not in the middle of nowhere. It's somewhere.
Fibre came to within about 100 metres of our house and then stopped at the bridge, and there'd been no plans, and I kept looking and looking, and this last week I looked and it says you can get super fast fibre by December 2026, so there's a bit of a wait, but at least it's on plan now. Yeah. And of course it could happen any time between now and then, so fingers crossed. 18 megabits up to it.
The Ofcom said everybody by 2026 should have fibre or be able to install fibre. But I contacted BT and they have no plans on putting fibre in this area.
Yeah,
in the future. That's what they said. So that's why I wrote to my MP.
Yeah, it might not be BT putting it in though.
Yes, but they split into 2 companies, isn't it? But they still own the, if you like, the pipework, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, there's oh god, what are they called? City Fibre are also putting fibre networks in as well now, and then they're completely disconnected from BT or any of the other networks. It's their own fibre.
It's a Starlink thing. How do you get hold of that people have mentioned?
You can just buy them from Starlink.
£70 a month if I...
It's 250 quid for the hardware and then £70 a month for the subscription, and you'll get about just over 100 meg down and it's not synchronous, is it? Is it 10 or 20 up? Something like that. But there's other tiers as well, obviously, like business tiers, where you can go a lot faster than that.
Yeah, a lot more expensive.
Yeah, but you pay for what you get, don't you? The thing is, with Starlink, it will work anywhere.
Yeah, it's all engine tiers.
500.
That's twice as expensive for just about twice the speed.
Well, there you go.
500.
Yeah, I'm not desperate. I've got around about 70, 80 megabits. It seems to be
500.
I've been getting download speeds of 9 megabytes a second. We've got fibre to the exchange and copy to the house.
500.
That's what we've got. I get about 39 megabits.
It made me laugh. Sorry, go on.
In Canada, I'm paying 40 quid for about 1 gig up and down.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I get.
It made me laugh after the requirements came out that the usual suspects on the internet were spreading all the fear, uncertainty and doubt they could to get traffic. And yet the developer live stream, when they were talking to the Asobo team, they said, "Oh, why did you ask for 64 gig as an ideal target?" And they said, "Well, you might be running Word and Excel and stuff like that alongside it." So there is no 64 gig requirement, it's actually 32. It runs perfectly fine on 32.
Yeah. Having said that, memory's not massively expensive these days.
But then how many of us are running Flight Sim and Volanta and Navigraph and LittleNavMap and
Well, the name Jonathan comes to mind.
yeah,
500.
and OBS.
And who streams while they're flying?
Yeah, exactly. That's what OBS does. I need to have a look at OBS.
Like that.
I need to have a look at OBS's settings because it always compresses what goes out and it affects the image quality. I don't think it's got any options around not doing that because I don't think there's a limit to what YouTube will ingest.
Here we got snow-covered ground. Anybody else?
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, just it clears away again.
Out of curiosity, I wonder if they will run a
500.
creators event over in Europe, since the one in America really was just aimed at creators in America, wasn't it?
It was only aimed at, if you actually took notice, it was aimed at the wider community of gamers, not at simulator people, because they're going to buy it anyway. All of the people that were invited were influencers amongst the gaming community, not really simulator people.
Yeah, probably had lots of followers.
And they are
Yeah,
trying
it
to
was-
widen it. That's why there's all the gaming elements in the new sim, like the career mode and all the rest of it.
Oh, I see the runway.
I assume we're straight in, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Mind you, as long as they keep contributing to our sim, I'm quite happy about that.
Exactly. It
Just
must
so
be,
long as they know that it's our sim and not theirs.
They should stop saying it. They should stop
Sorry,
saying
sorry.
it must be quite
Kind of fell into
dispiriting
that.
for anyone like
Oh.
DCS or whoever else that, you know, or even X-Plane, for example, to see the strides they are making with this sim year on year. You can't catch up, can you?
It's impossible for them, isn't it? The money that Microsoft has spent on it.
Because they've got hundreds, literally hundreds of people working on Flight Sim all the time.
Yeah, they've got thousands of people buying it all the time
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
So I don't think they're short of a bob.
And that's
I
just
know.
one of the trees at the end of runways, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was going to say, and all those market-based purchases as well.
It's worth remembering this sim was in development for 5 years in total secrecy before anybody got wind of it.
That was this. They were trying out different ideas to see if it worked.
Did
No.
any of you watch the developer live stream, the one I was on about?
But this
On the last one,
the one that came out a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you see the one about the world map?
Yes, I saw that clip.
Yeah, it's
Well,
interesting, isn't it?
talk about it. Yeah.
So in 2020, the world map that you see when you're organising your flight is an entirely different world map, obviously, than the one in the sim. The one in 2024,
500.
it's the same thing. And it's the cause of the major delay in loading the simulator.
Yeah.
So in 24, the gap between organising your flight and being in the world would be a lot smaller because the world is already loaded.
I saw a clip where it shows you planning your route on the map screen.
Yep.
And then it zooms into the airport and to your plane.
Yep.
Yeah, all the detail is there, so you
Yeah.
can actually explore from the world map, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's very clever.
It kind of makes sense, really.
It's got what I want, which is that you start outside the aircraft and not inside the cockpit. Childish, I know, but that's what I meant.
I'll get my steps in anyway. Oh, is there a climb here?
Oh, there's another airport. I've got to land on this one as well.
I'm going to fly that Alice electric aircraft tomorrow. I'm wondering whether I'm going to appear as a Beechcraft or as a whacking great big Airbus.
Probably an Airbus.
I tell you, it's a very neat aircraft to fly though.
It's good in 2024 they're going to do all the model matching, isn't it? They've got 400 odd planes or something.
It still won't work proper. You wait and see.
Everybody with various models of A320. So have we got a hard left here?
Hard left and a big
Yes, we have got a hard left, and it's start climbing.
500.
Oh, now you tell me. Couldn't see around the corner.
You're nipping between the glaciers.
I'm just going to quickly flip on the nitrous oxide and go over.
I think I'll just about scrape over the top. If I just skid my wheels over the top of the mountain. It's dropping off. Pylons.
Oh, glaciers.
Oh no, the pylons are solid.
That's what I was on about earlier. I nearly.
Just falling down a mountain.
I have a friend who lives in Switzerland. He spends his weekends cycling these hills. And I've seen some of his photos. The guy's insane.
I'd buy a motorbike.
That's the Harrison Ford or Indiana Jones model, isn't it?
You should just get a bike with an electric motor in.
Yeah, that's the thing these days, isn't it? I saw one earlier on today. So a delivery rider on an electric bike, and I thought that's clever.
They're in the news lately, aren't they? Because people have been converting them and removing the restrictor. I think up to 70 miles an hour. Some of them.
And also you don't have to pedal, which is technically an automatic. So. Got a few around those that drive around like lunatics.
The police are pulling them in though, aren't they? That's why they catch you.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I had to resort to the Waikiki. I was going to make it, but the wind took the pylon.
I mean, with those electric bikes, they've caught professional racers using them, haven't they, to give themselves advantage?
Yes.
Trying to hide it in the seat post and all the other ways. There's a hell of a lot of pylons around here.
Yeah, I've collected a few.
Famously.
Very solid.
I keep looking out for these airfields that the Swiss have supposedly for their military flights. I don't know if the sim removes them, because I've never found any.
Yes, I suppose they're sort of caves, aren't they, dug into mountains as hangars, and the runways are straight out the outside.
That's it, yeah. I've looked when flying around them, and I've not seen anything that you could construe to be sort of to that purpose.
No, I think you have to sort of Google the where the airfields are and then try and find them in a sim.
Yes, but some of these things aren't admitted to, aren't they? They're just basically a bit of roadway that is a landing strip.
That's right. All the road signs and barriers are all sort of designed to be folded down.
I see what you mean about those pylons now. I'm just approaching the ridge where we're making the
Yeah, with
pass.
pylons and yeah,
They've helpfully covered the whole hillside in iron.
and they are very solid.
That's what's holding the land together.
Our next airfield, by the way, is the break.
500.
Roger.
Reggie. Which runway?
Good. I can
All runways are good, so how about 208?
2-8 it is.
give me a chance to touch in my paintwork where I've scratched it. Obviously, let's not talk about the Waikiki. Lovely,
But you can only use that in Hawaii.
lovely scenery there.
I'm going to turn the
500.
This is
lighting
fantastic
down.
valley.
So if everybody puts their nav lights on and we all turn to golden hour lighting, you should see all the lights twinkling in the sky.
The stars.
$500.
So for anybody watching the live stream, I apologise for the guy that seems to think it's hilarious to fly an F-22 through all of us repeatedly to try to get into the shot of the live stream as many times as he can.
That was funny. He was appearing to me like an Airbus or something.
Yep, he is. It's an F-22. Obviously, if you haven't got the version or the livery he's got, you're going to see an A330.
It's all right. There's idiots in every village.
There is.
In this case, a village is missing its idiot.
And if you haven't got one, you're it.
And you know where they are because they have this bangy exhaust pipes on the car.
That's just reminded me of, I don't know if it's an urban myth or a true story, about somebody that went to the airline desk at an airport. Obviously, he missed his flight, or he was late for his flight.
500.
And he shouted at the staff, "Do you know who I am?" So they picked the microphone up and said, "We have a gentleman at the BA desk that doesn't know who he is.
500.
Can somebody come and claim him?"
Oh, that's
500.
Be careful on landing. There's a catch net at the end of the runway.
Really?
Yeah, that's handy.
Or does that mean I don't need to use my reversers?
No, at the beginning of the runway.
Oh, right.
If you're low, you're going to hit it. I don't know if you actually fly through it.
There's only one way to find out, Dave.
I was going to say, I don't think this is the time to try it out.
Well, I've seen them on aircraft carriers, but never on a runway.
They used to have one at Barkston Heath too many years ago that I'd like to mention. I went up there in the ATC and they very kindly put it up for us.
I suppose it could be on Payware Scenery. I don't know if this airport is Payware Online.
Yes, there is a Payware scenery for it, I think.
$500.
Funny enough, this afternoon, I use that on Linker, and I've got all the countries, I don't know, but over 100 countries with different sceneries in. And I turned them all on just to see how long it would took to boot up, and it didn't make much difference whether they're all off or all on.
I wondered about that.
I think the biggest slowdown in booting up isn't the scenery in the community folder, but the scenery in the other folder. What do you call it?
The one store.
Yeah. Because certain sceneries do, and airplanes, get put in it, don't they?
If you set your time to about 7 p.m., it looks beautiful outside with the sun just sticking through one of the valleys.
I'm looking at all the labels coming in. Hundreds of them. Well, appears that way. Right, I'm going to go make coffee.
Rather than have to brake, I'm just going to orbit overhead so we can see all the labels on the runway.
I wonder if this might have one of your hidden airfields on it, Peter. It's like a taxiway that goes up to the north. Doesn't lead anywhere except in towards the hills. It's direct a straight line.
Oh, could be. I've actually found one. It's just I used to read about them, and it's not found they're that well hidden.
Yeah, if you have a look from the 10 end, there's like a taxiway that the parallel taxiway, and off of it there's a straight bit of taxiway which then goes into almost like a road and it goes off towards the hills.
It does sound like a
Yeah, maybe worth having a look at the Google Maps on this one to see what's there in real life.
right. It's definitely a cup of tea time. Right, I think we're all landed, so take off at on the hour.
500.
Right, grab a quick coffee.
Good job I just checked my fuel. I think I'm going to run out in about 10 minutes though.
Okay.
Whoever's in the PC-20, I can go past if they want to just obviously.
to take off, gentlemen.
Roger.
Thanks, Peter.
Roger.
So the next waypoint is Cagiswil, is that correct?
Yes, that's it's an airport. And just to make it fun, runway 20 rather than the straight in.
And we need to climb over this ridge immediately to the north of the airfield.
I was looking at that. So I've gone forward and looped around.
Yeah, I'm circling.
It's just a little bit.
So everybody's going to be circling over the airfield for a couple of minutes, aren't they?
Peter likes us to climb every mountain.
Cue Julie Andrews, here we go.
Well, I do it without singing.
It's just a few of his favourite things.
You can sing the song, but I'm going to turn the volume off.
A spoonful of sugar helps the aeroplane go down.
Actually, I've got to congratulate everyone. We've got halfway through the flight. We've not mentioned chocolate once.
Oh no, they made me hungry.
Aren't these mountains a bit like a Toblerone bar?
And we are in Switzerland after all, the home of chocolate.
Home of the Toblerone.
Oh, nice lake over this ground. I feel unsafe to drop back down again now. Yeah, I was using add-on linker this afternoon to tidy up some things I hadn't added into it. Somehow I managed to delete my LittleNavMap and it stopped it working somehow.
The toolbar stopped working on the whole application.
It's disappeared for the VR, the LittleNavMap VR plugin thing has vanished off the toolbar. So it's either because I've updated LittleNavMap or I've deleted something I shouldn't have.
Yeah, for my community folder, I just created separate folders for utilities and airplanes and airports and helipads and all that. So if I go into the utilities folder and mess around, I know that if something disappears, that it's because I've been messing that way.
Yeah. Something like that. Something I've deleted, I think. Or I've moved it, I've managed it in linker, but it doesn't automatically turn it on, doesn't it? So I've probably got it to manage it, but then not turn it back on. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think I don't know if there's an undo for profiles and add-on linker, but it should be something that should add in.
Fix my mess button.
It's good to see that the new sim is going to allow us to pair control configurations with specific aircraft.
Yeah, that's good, because the X-Plan does that, so handy. Is it automatic?
It's got a lot of options around it, apparently. They covered it in that dev live stream.
Be interesting to also see what their flight planning tool is.
It definitely makes sense to automatically assign the controls to the plane, doesn't it?
Yeah, the developer of an aeroplane will be able to package with it common controllers with like a factory configuration. But beyond that, you'll be able to make your own named profiles, but then pair those named profiles with specific aeroplanes.
And hopefully the profile is all of the controls in the current settings.
Yeah, apparently there's an awful lot more in the new profiles that you can configure.
Flying about at 7 p.m. in the evening, it's just spectacular. All the street lights.
Okay, I'm going to set off towards the north. Soon.
There's an airfield, I nearly missed it. Oh, which runway, Peter, was it?
20.
Sure.
So, fly around, okay. No trees in front of this one, just a few buildings again.
So there's two airports here. It's the first one without the lights.
A bit high.
Yes, no, ours is the first. Second one is a military airfield.
Yeah, that second airfield one I might go to looks like it's got some dispersal again by the mountains. So when you look at the lens, it's on the mountain.
It goes across the river, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I reckon when that's all paddies, it'll go into the mountains in real life.
Like Thunderbirds.
That's it. So with the palm trees giving away around here. Oh, it's 20, isn't it?
Yes, 20 it is.
Just abort that one.
You were just checking the windsock, right?
Is there a list of all the upgraded airports for 2024?
I don't think so. But that being said, all of the materials used in the newer airports are upgraded, so there's transparency and all sorts of things, which is why
500.
stuff developed for the new sim won't be backwards compatible, because there's new capabilities. Same with the aeroplanes.
I ask because all the payware upgraded, airports that are, or the major airports that I've bought, I can bin.
Well, anything that you've got in 2020 is supposed to be compatible
Yeah,
with
it will.
24, isn't it?
But it won't work the other way around.
Yeah. It's
What-
why we can't run group flights with both 20 and 24 on the same flight.
Yeah.
Are we straight in on this airfield as well?
2-0.
I'm a 06.
So which will be the first group flight then of 2024?
Sometime in November.
End of November, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess maybe we need to split or something. Yeah.
Well, all we've said so far, we've been talking about this behind the scenes. We're just going to label up the flights in the calendar, make it specific which is for which sim.
Yeah.
Because I guess there'll be a lot of people for the first 6 months or a year that will keep using the old one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that certainly makes sense, Jonathan.
So it'll just be very clear in the titles of the events, whether it's a 2020 or a 2024 event.
Yeah, some people seem adamant that they're not going to buy it until it's fixed, gone through bug fixes, but I don't.
They
see the
will.
point in that. I don't see the point in that. You might as well just buy it and wait for them to push the updates as they go.
Yeah, I think some of the advantages could be worthwhile. Sure. To me,
Well, I mean, as someone I was talking to the other day said, it's one hell of a backup plan that you can fall back on. If 24 is released and it all goes horribly wrong, you've got one hell of a sim to fall back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they've been developing it too long for it to go pear-shaped.
Yeah, I reckon it'll launch and it'll be pretty much up and running from day one without any hitches.
Yeah. They've learnt so many things with this sim.
Have there ever been any beta testers? Did it ever open up for
I was
beta
going to
testers?
ask that, yeah, 'cause I've never heard of that. I suppose they sort of beta test parts of it on 2020, don't they, where they're
Yeah.
able to.
There's elements of it have been in here.
But then I suppose if there have been any beta testers, they've all signed NDAs anyway, so
exactly.
so you wouldn't. Yeah, you're not going to know. Come on,
Yeah, no,
Jonathan,
just-
tell us. Tell
Just
us,
the idea if they opened it up, if they did post a notice for opening it to inviting people to sign up to.
I'm not a beta tester, don't worry.
Yeah, but you would say that.
Oh yeah, but they started laughing.
No, I'm not. and I wasn't invited to the Grand Canyon event either. But neither were any of the professional pilots that have YouTube channels. I don't know if you noticed, none of them were there either.
Only gamers.
Yep.
Yeah, as you put it out, it seemed to be very much gamers.
Which way's the wind? This next one. 2 knots, doesn't really matter, does it?
I think I need to do a few orbits again. Right, I'm going into hold.
Boosh. It always looks quite good on the map boost, doesn't it, with the hills either side of it.
$500.
Oh, I need to adjust the volume of the GTN. It keeps screaming at me with altitude readouts.
I'm trying to loop around where we're going to run out of valley.
Where next? Across the lake.
Do we need some height to get to the next airfield, or we're following valid LittleNavMap looks like it's a climb, but we can never tell.
Oh, we're okay to the start with, but once we get back into the hills, you do have quite a climb to hop from one valley to another. However, you don't have to worry about any height problems while you're going along the lake.
Anyways, take a look at the scenery.
Apparently they've solved the horizon line bug, haven't they, in 2024?
Is that a comment on their abilities, Dave?
No, I was ratting about and
Have you hit a pylon?
not in the middle of the lake. I'm now a flying boat.
Okay. Has anybody else got hold of that Canadair CL415 yet?
Yeah, I had a bit of a play with it the other day. Quite interesting.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Certainly does. I haven't quite worked out its flight characteristics yet.
Something I need to do that somebody actually pointed out on the video that I've not done yet. Because if you look in the ballast tanks inside where it contains the water, it's got all baffles inside it. But I haven't looked in there when they are full of water to see if they've muddled it.
Oh, okay. Haven't even looked myself, to be quite honest.
Yeah, the storage tanks inside, they've got windows in them to inspect them. They're amazingly modelled. You can see all the way down through the water tanks. So they're full of baffles for the water so it doesn't slosh around and crash the aeroplane.
500.
But also, all of the engineering of the inside of the release doors is there with all of the linkages, and it's amazing.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be worthwhile having a look at and spending a lot of time just pottering around the aircraft to see what's what.
So, Jonathan, was that a purchase on Marketplace?
No, when you pre-order the new sim, a couple of days later, I found out by accident because I'd been looking for it, thinking, well, where is it? Because it was promised, and I'd suddenly noticed in my profile in your not installed add-ons, it was listed there.
Oh, I have to look for that.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I thought there was a plane coming with a pre-order, and I have pre-ordered, but I just didn't know.
Yeah, if you go and look in your list of add-ons that are not installed, it's probably going to be listed in there.
Would that be in the content manager?
Sorry, go again?
Was that in the content manager then?
No, you know, if you go into your profile, it shows you, I've forgotten what the exact name of the page is, where it shows you all the add-ons that you either have installed or you haven't installed.
Yeah, I think it is content manager.
Oh, it is called Content Manager, sorry, yes.
Manager.
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking of the Marketplace, which is a separate thing, yeah.
Yeah, I always get those confused too, Jonathan.
Yeah, like you, I went looking for it as well, but yeah, and it took me a little while to find it, but when we found it, it was all good.
Did you pre-order it on Steam or from
the Microsoft Store?
Which begs the question: if you've pre-ordered, then you cancel it. Do they take the aircraft away?
That's a good question. There's a bug in it as well. If they've put that Canadair 415 in your, or if you then install it, sorry, a load of placeholders turn up in your list of aircraft that are broken.
I had that the other day, yeah. Ah, is that what it is?
Yep, it's that Canadair plane that's caused it. So
I've got a load that have gone in it, and I haven't ordered anything in it. I've got placeholders in mine.
Maybe it's everybody then that they've broken.
What I think it is, I downloaded in the Airshow Assistant. If you use that, you can download more aircraft now to refuel with. I think it's those.
That would make sense.
Because you can now download with Tornadoes and you can refuel with Tornadoes and Hercules and all sorts now. And it seems to be those. If you haven't got them, they've gone in there.
What are you on about placeholders? What do you mean?
It's like a greyed out box with
an aircraft listed that you can't actually use.
I think it actually says placeholder.
Oh, yeah, I saw when Fabio had that problem on my air. Yeah.
Why did you order it from Microsoft as opposed to Steam? Is there any difference between the two? Or is it just personal preference?
Personal preference, really, just purely because in my case, I'm a software developer and I can't see the point of introducing another layer of stuff in between me and the sim, if that makes sense.
Yeah, something else that can break.
Yeah, because if you get it from Steam, you're still running it through the Microsoft Xbox app because that's the way it's actually delivered to you.
Right.
So it's like buying a tin of beans from the shop. The tin of beans still comes from Heinz, for example, regardless of what shop you get it from. So you might as well get it from Heinz.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Age running.
Which begs the question: then, do you pay the wholesale price or the retail price?
Yes, is the whole thing. Yes. And there's also that. I don't know if it's still true of Steam with Flight Sim, but if you try to repair Flight Sim with the Steam app, it will destroy Flight Sim.
I had that. That's why I don't use it.
500.
The Microsoft copy for this.
But then you are famous for tinkering with things until they don't work anymore.
No, it's working perfect.
Famous last words.
Everything on Sky Eye can't go any higher in the settings, and it runs absolutely perfect.
It's working perfectly until you break it again.
Yep.
Until I have to load Windows again.
Took my eye off the ball and the flat plane nearly flew me into a mountain.
No, that's the carbon interface fluid.
Is it PEBCAC, isn't it? Problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Yeah.
At Mollis, we can do a straight in on 01 runway. And that's the one, actually, Dave, that is available in the marketplace, I think. Not the other one.
Okay, we need to start climbing.
Oh yeah. I can see a cliff ahead of me.
Yeah, I've got over it now.
Press that key just above the tab key. That cures all.
I may have to circle.
Yeah, I started climbing quite a way ahead, so little chance of crashing.
If I give myself a zigzag route, then I'm extending the distance somewhat.
500.
I'll tilt my rotors.
That's cheating.
Oh, that was you in the Osprey, was it?
It is, yeah.
When I was messing around with the Chinook the other evening, and by the time I finished doing a live stream with it to have a first look at it, I had 4 or 5 other Chinooks with me going across like Salisbury Plain and down across. It was quite good fun. It made me think it'd be a good group flight to do if anyone's got the Chinook.
Yeah, I've got it now.
Oh, yes.
I think you'll find the food, Jonathan, when Joe does his helicopter at Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of Chinookery goes on.
I weakened and got the Huey as well. That's another amazing piece of kit.
It is. It sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I want to get that one next.
It's definitely good. I was umming and ahhing and I thought I'll go for it. It's brilliant.
Can I just point out I didn't tell anyone to buy it this week.
Well, now's your chance.
500.
It's available in the marketplace.
It's very, very good.
So with the flying your helicopters, is it better do you have a stick as opposed to trying to fly them with a yoke?
Probably better with a stick.
It's easier with a stick, but if you've only got a yoke, then just hold on to one side of the yoke. That's what I suggest. Just hold on to the right hand handle of the yoke.
This road is very busy through this mountain pass, isn't it?
What about if you're left-handed?
Oh, well, you just swap sides in the cockpit. It's like flying a Robinson 22, isn't it?
Well, I'm left-handed, but the collective would be on the wrong side then, so I still fly it right-handed.
Oh, I've ordered a 3D printer, so hopefully I can make a helicopter collective next. In the first project, once I've got it all set up.
So somebody on the live stream comment is saying they wish these flights were a bit earlier in the evening. there's nothing to stop anybody organising flights. We never originally kind of set out to have this flight at the same time every week. It just kind of happened. But anyone in the community can organise flights at whatever time they like for their part of the world. And as long as the hard work people don't realise is actually in marketing. So getting people to know that the flight's happening. So you have to kind of hit the socials and go and post it everywhere. But obviously because these kind of coalesced into 8 o'clock on a Sunday evening in the UK, then we had a big gang of people that kind of expected there to be a flight, and if there wasn't, we heard about it.
Actually, I have a Papua New Guinea flight nearly ready. I think I just need to test it again. And I've got a local flight that's around where I live in Derbyshire, but I'd like to get the damn modified if I can get that to work before I do that, because it'd be nice to have that in place.
I want to bring out the
modelled in the new soon, actually.
It's in Derbyshire. I might give you a little peek.
I noticed flying along some of these valleys that even the avalanche barriers are also modelled into it. It's amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
I've got a bit faster than that. I've got room to circle.
Yes, there's no more climbing. That was the last hop over between the valleys back there.
So what run we're at?
You're going at 01. It's all runways, so we might as well go straight in.
500.
Oh, it's there.
Could you imagine living on some of these hillsides?
Yeah, depending on what time of the year though, I would think, Jonathan.
Yeah. I bet they don't get Amazon turning up next day here.
Oh, I'm very much tempted.
Mind you, knowing the Swiss, they'd probably complain if they didn't.
Probably do one of those little drone drops.
Yep. Or a Chinook.
Yeah. Just push it out of the back.
The Amazon Chinook's overhead again. What have you been buying?
I think Amazon have got permission to start doing
They have.
drone drops, haven't they?
What gets me is how do they know if the people are at home to receive it?
I imagine they'll check.
Oh, you have to put a little landing map outside in your garden
Yeah, you do.
for the drone to focus on.
Did you get that from Amazon?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
It's a chicken and egg question here, isn't it?
Yeah, but how did I get it to you?
In the drone.
My apologies, gentlemen. I've got to pull the pin straight away. We've got a little problem arising here. Hopefully see you tomorrow.
Cool. See you soon.
Cheers, John.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
There's no pylons in this valley. Must have put them underground there.
500.
Oh, I correct myself. Just coming up to some. Better get up a bit.
$500.
I was away last week in Norfolk, the north coast of Norfolk, and there was some jets buzzing round on full beams. I mean, you could really hear the roar, and they were batting along. I couldn't see them; it was too cloudy, but you could hear this pace. They got real full beams on whatever they were practicing. Most days they're out. Not sure where they're
Eagles, probably the Eagles out of the Lake and Heath or somewhere.
Even though you can't see them, the speed of the sound sort of going around you across the streets.
Yeah, very noisy as well.
I'm not sure they were eagles. Definitely saw a few red kites.
I think of a Don Henley joke, but can't think of any.
I know, but if it was red kites, it was probably just tourists.
Alright gents, I'm on the ground. I've got to go and do some Sunday chores, so you guys enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay.
See you soon.
Bye.
Take care.
Cheers. Good night.
Have a good evening.
Have you seen many ski lifts? Anybody else seen any?
No, well, I've not been looking.
Apologies, Joe. Dave, sorry, looking on LittleNavMap, I seem to have chosen a route that doesn't have any ski lifts on it.
As I say, there's some up coming up on my left-hand side.
Or are you looking to add them to the collection of things you've had to take off your undercarriage afterwards?
I assume that's what they are on LittleNavMap, those black dots with the white line. Can you see where I'm talking about?
Let's have a look.
Where I am?
I've not got transmitter connected, so I can't see where you
Yeah,
are.
those are. Sorry, John. Sorry. Yeah, those are ski lifts.
Yeah.
Which runway do we do?
All runways are good, so 112, 12 gives you a straight in.
Is this one quite short, if I remember right from
It's 1,600 feet.
It's quite short but very, very wide.
Isn't that the runway 21? I can't see it, I'm very close. I see it.
Like I say, it doesn't have a 2-1, but it does have a 1-2.
That's the 2-1 would be the very short, very wide one.
Ah yes, I'm afraid that's only 35 feet long, but it's okay for helicopters.
The pylon on the approach, and the house on the right.
It is quite short.
Do handbrake turns. Let's sort that out.
Well, you could always practice your ground looping.
That was quite exciting. No, right, put me undercarriage back on. Now I'll turn.
$500.
It's long grass there now. Do it.
overfly the airfield, then loop around and come in. Show everybody in the field.
$500.
Wow, I gotta admit that was a short runway, and that whole thing was a lot of fun. Thanks, Peter.
Yeah, it's great flight.
Yep, thanks, Peter. See you
Yeah,
tomorrow.
thank you. And we're vision
Okay.
jetting-ish tomorrow. or something quick.
500.
Yeah, I was going to say that if you think this is short, I've got a runway coming up that's only 1,300 feet long.
It's okay. Nobody's in a 777 either.
Right, I shall have to disappear. Night all. Talk tomorrow.
Cheers, good night.
Good night.
I know.
Good night, everybody.
Good
See you
night.
soon.
Good night.
Yeah,
night.
night, Jim.
Oh, bloke's coming round in a red truck collecting all the landing fees.
Time for a touch and go then.
My God, everybody's lining up nice and tidily.
I came in beautifully, then I stalled at the last second.
Does it go around? Oh, it's the most enjoyable flight, Peter. Thank you.
Not at all. Oh, I've got that mad forklift truck driver again.
Yeah, it's quite disconcerting. Every time I go and try to take off with a new plane anywhere, they're waiting with a fire engine for me.
All the cars,
proactive.
all the cars they depict in the sim. I've never seen a hearse.
That's because everybody presses the Y key 1 second before the accident.
Well, he's out of a job, you mean?
Right, I'm going to stop the live stream there. That was really cool. I need to try and take part in these flights a bit more often. I'm aware I've been absent for a very long time.
That'd be a good advert for a streamer.
Well, if we can get some more people in, obviously the more the merrier, because then the more people we get from different parts of the world, then the more flights could be organised at different time zones, different places to organise, you know.
That's why I advertise my air on. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it.
I did wonder if we should do a commercial flight from A to B as a bit of a fun evening with, you know, all the Airbuses and the Boeings and everything, and everybody fly the big jets.
Sounds nice.
Good idea.
And do it without ATC to begin with. But then show people. At some point I'm going to record a My Air flight so everybody gets to hear what actually happens. So
there's more jokes. There's more jokes on there than talking.
Well, yeah,
sensibly.
You try to make sure you land first, because if you're coming in last, everybody's watching.
Yeah, waiting to see you put your bits in a carrier bag.
Is that something that's suitable for Xbox users as well?
Yeah,
or is it only PC?
Of course you can, yeah. The only thing is, an Xbox is just going to make ATC's job harder because you'll have to report your position.
Right, okay. Oh, that's cool.
You won't be able to run
transmitter.
Yeah.
But that's the only difference. But that's just on the ATC then. Just, as long as there's not too many people doing it, then they can happily, you know, they'll mark your position on the map.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason I've not kind of taken much.
That'd be fine.
Much of a look at it, but yeah. Oh, cool.
It just means the ATC have to work a bit more old school.
I did, on that advert, I did put a link to the My Air server for Discord. So if anybody wants to come in and listen, if they don't want to fly, that's fine. Just come in and listen. You'll be more than welcome.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Right, I'm going to stop the live stream there.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to pull the plug, so